Honorable Mrs. Pleasure to have you again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the question I have is question that came to mind when I'm going through the class again. Social media advertising, is it the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with media marketing,
Okay.
or what's the difference?
Okay. Okay. I think you need to say difference between marketing and managing because social media management, we have social media marketing,
No, I said
right?
social media advertising
Oh,
and
social
social
media.
media marketing.
Okay. All right. All right. That's noted. Any other person? I see your hand, Mabon. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Happy Sunday to you.
It's Sunday.
Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
So, I went through the course today. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. Today, we're talking about metrics, how
Yeah.
we can understand the different metrics that we have and how it will help us in our
Mm-hmm.
work. So, you mentioned something about social listening.
Yeah.
Now, when you come on live, you explain that to us. So I'd like for you to talk about that.
Okay.
And then you talked about the report, social media report.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked at meta suits and all the metrics and every data that we have. And then
Mm-hmm.
we are supposed to write a simple report, but you didn't show us like I didn't get a template
Okay.
that we can use. So you will help us shed more light on that part.
Okay.
Yes. And you mentioned a lot of tools we can use to do the report. I think I heard you mention about Metrico day before yesterday or yesterday. Is it part of what we can use to do reports?
Okay.
Like Metrico, I know of Buffer too.
Mm.
So, but is there a difference between that Metrico and other apps?
Okay.
Mm. Thank you, ma.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Um. Yeah.
I
Do we have
have
any? Yes. Please go ahead.
okay. Also, for the lesson two, you mentioned that you are going to drop a link for the checklist, but I
Okay.
checked over again, it was not there.
Okay. Checklist. What checklist exactly?
The check the checklist to ask ChatGPT for the checklist prompt you derive
The
from
prompt. Okay.
ChatGPT.
Okay. 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 All right. I guess on call. Was it yesterday or the first day when you back on? But yeah. Okay. All right. Do you have any other question from anyone before I go ahead? Ruth, go ahead.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hi.
Happy Sunday.
Happy
So day before yesterday I asked a question. They said I should remind you today.
Okay.
How can we
What?
deal with how can we deal with low engagement
Okay.
and negative comments?
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Any other question? Anybody? All right. Um, to start with, victory. Every template that you're going to get, or that I said you're going to get, say prompt, like Iman Bong requested for the what's it called analytics template. Everything would be you will get access to it. Apparently you have access to it already, but because you've not gone through the all the lessons on your learning dashboard, your NMS, it will not give you access to it. But if you scroll down, you see portfolio, You see pricing, you see all of those things. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. So you're going to get it there if I discussed it. So I think you should just hold on for the prompt. Yeah, hold on for the prompt then. Okay. I mean, hold on till the end of the session. That's maybe on Tuesday. Then you get access to everything. Okay. If I said you will, you will definitely get access to it. Having said that, that is also applicable to the templates. Mabon, the SMM template, the analytics template also is there. All right. So difference between social media advertising and marketing. Social media advertising is social media ads, be it Google, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, um, Threads, whatever platform it is, that is social media advertising. So long as it's a social media platform and you want to push for more than you already get, that's social media advertising, right? Social media marketing is literally you saying that I know everything that has to do with marketing. Now, I think the first thing I want to check quickly is a definition for marketing, because you just attach the definition to social media marketing. But let me just quickly find that out so I can help you. So marketing itself, give me a minute. This is coming up. Marketing is the process of creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, and partners and society. That is marketing. Creating, offering, the process. Pay attention to the process of creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value to your customers, your clients, your partners, or the society in general. Social media marketing is the practice of using social media platforms to connect with a target audience, and you can build awareness, increase sales, and drive website traffic. Literally, this involves you creating, sharing content, engaging followers, analyzing results, and potentially running social media ads. Does that make sense to you? In a nutshell, marketing is you going through a lot of process or a number of processes, excuse me, a number of processes, right? In order for you to reach your audience. Now, social media marketing is using the platform to analyze, target a particular audience, and most importantly, running ads. With marketing, you are doing call numbers, and I've said it before. You are doing call. If you say I am a social media marketer, a manager can do everything managing, right? A marketer is expected to speak in numbers, because what you're doing as a marketer, you're talking about numbers, you're talking about results. And now you're saying that, okay, if we take this action, we're going to get 2% increase in reach, 2% increase in website traffic, 2% increase in sales, 2% increase in engagement. That's how you talk as a marketer. As a manager, you will say that you have the right content to post that would what? Interest people to want to take action. I hope you get it. So, in not and short of it, I've explained that. Social listening. When it comes to social listening, I think I wanted to ask you, did you get to listen to the live session? Because if you had listened to the live session, then I must have spoken about all of these things that you asked. So I intentionally put the live session because I said I am going to live session, and that's why you see live session there. Like this calls, I'm not going to record your live session. I'm not going to upload it on the learning dashboard. I only have a thread on it, a playlist for it on YouTube. I'm just going to share the link with you. and it's going to be peculiar to you guys, right? So I do not intend, Teniola, it's good to see you here. I do not intend to upload it simply because I am talking to every person here. I am not addressing, literally, not addressing, all of this. The live session is, okay, I'm going to teach you this. I'm going to talk more about this, which is something we discuss in the challenge, right? So I'm really addressing the topic for today. But yeah, I'm literally just conversing with you because we are seeking clarification, answering your question, and talking about you and how you can improve yourself. So that's why it's not going to be uploaded. So I'm saying this to let you know that it's not just the module itself. I mean, it's not just the lesson itself that has the live session does matter to you. That is why it is there. All right. So, but because you asked, I will just say a little thing and I'll ask you to go back to the video, to the recording. Social listening is you just getting to know what people are talking about your business, your brand, or a particular topic that you're interested in. That is what we call social listening as a manager or marketer. So let's, for example, I am into immigration, or I manage accounts that are into immigration, fashion, whatever industry it is. But I want to know what people are saying about this particular topic, this industry. Sometimes it's not just about the industry. Sometimes, especially all these big brands, PiggyVest, for example, PiggyVest, all the top brands that you know, MTN, everybody that you know, in short, even the government parastatals, they have it inclined in their social platforms. They do what they call social listening. What they're trying to do is they want to know what conversations people are having around their products, around their brand, around their company, so that they are able to what? Easily mitigate any form of what's it called, negativity coming their way, or easily jump on a conversation. You see, when somebody say, I like these people, they are very sweet, because somebody has the job to make sure that whenever they mention MTN, let's know what the conversation is about and let's know what we want to do. Are we trying to what? Find out how to pacify a client or a customer, or we're trying to boost our morale and just ride on the fact that somebody just spoke good or said something positive about our brand? That is what social listening is. It's just you putting your ears down literally for your business and for your brand. And I'll just give you an interfacing for company. But if in your own case, you're just trying to, what's that word now? Listen to get updates or conversations that's happening around the industry, then for you, it's quite different. So we're going to use, or you easily use tools that are maybe free. All of those tools really are not free. Especially the ones that deliver at times. They're not really, really free like that. But the most important thing, yeah, this is better, is that social listening is you just putting your ears down for industry, for company, or for business, or for brand, right? The Metricool, the Buffer, all those platforms are platforms that are used, or tools that are used to make your work easier. For example, Metricool, Buffer, and Social Blade, and many more like that. They are literally some platforms that you can use to post on different social platforms at a time. That is one of the jobs that they do. You can post on YouTube, LinkedIn, depending on your subscription rate. Depending on your subscription rate. But for free accounts, I know Metricool, is it Metricool now? Metricool does more than that. In short, most of this platform does more than what I just mentioned. But I'm just telling you that these are like the major reason why they are up there, right? So they tool whereby you're able to post and do engagements and many more like that on social media platform. Okay, I mean on across social media platform at a time, right? You want to post on YouTube by 2 p.m. Want to post on Instagram, LinkedIn, for a brand or for more than one brand, depending again on your subscription. You're going to use Metricool. Now, to the interfacing part of analytics, these platforms, because they have access to your account, they give you analytics. In short, depending on your subscription, they suggest hashtags, they suggest topic, they suggest trend. Now they suggest audio. Metricool does something now. Metricool has a whole automation that you don't need to set up on Facebook, because you can easily set up this automation on Facebook, but it is way advanced when you use Metricool, right? So when somebody just sends you to your DM, maybe the keyword that you use is, for me, I will use training or SMM. How can I join the challenge? Something like that. It will give them like a whole conversation, and you can have a conversation without me being there. AI will develop all the conversation around it based on what I have fed it with. So, and then it's able to develop a whole conversation and maybe close a sale for me. You see people that are talking about Metricool. Yeah, I have money. I'm able to do this. Yeah. Anyway, it's their money that is talking. So, but Metricool is able to do that. But again, all of these platforms does one thing. They're able to give you, instead of you having to spoon reports on one platform, you're going to Instagram, you go to Facebook, you go to YouTube, you go to Google, you go and start moving from one platform to another platform. If that account, or if those platforms are connected to that your account, your Metricool, your Buffer account, then you're able to just see your analytics, and it's even able to help you interpret it. So that answers that question. Low engagement and negative comment. Okay. What do you do when it comes to low engagement? I think somebody asked, okay, I think you asked before, and they're like, yeah, we have like a whole lot of things that you're supposed to do for this to happen. But then this is just literally a full lesson, excuse me. A full lesson on the training that I'm gonna have. But I will tell you this for one. You, as a social media manager, you forget so much that you forget what your role is. So much that you think that when you come up with the best reel, the best caption, the great hashtag, that is it. Your work is done. But your work is more than you just posting. Aside all the strategy and many more, the first important thing you're supposed to do is that you need what? Engagement. Engage with other people. When I now say engage with other people, your problem will now be that you'll be engaging with Gistlover, Instablog, and what's that one, that all this blog that doesn't have any business to do with the brand that you represent. Rather, you're supposed to engage with where your target audience is. Again, you see that we're back to target audience. You don't know who your target audience is. How on earth would you know where they are? How on earth would you know who they love to talk to the most? How on earth would you know the conversations that attract them, that make them want to comment? Because you don't even know who they are in the first place. Right? So when you know who they are, you know the accounts that they engage with. And then guess what you need to do? You have to be there. Not just to engage with the account, to engage with your audience. Because if, for example, I'm a skincare girly, and my brand is into skincare, my PlayStation, my number one PlayStation, especially for Nigerian targeted audience, would be on Dang Lifestyle and Ife's accounts. I've forgotten the name. Die of a Nigerian brand, whatever. I think you know that, right? Why? Because Dang is my direct or indirect competitor, depending on the brand. People who go to Dang, it's not everybody that comments on Dang has the money. Some people are aspiring to Perspire. They say that if you want to buy plane, draw a plane and start looking at it in the morning and say, you this plane, I will get it. So some people are like that. They can't afford Dang Lifestyle's product, but they want to do skincare. And I can give them a good product, or my brand can give them a good, the brand. When I say I, literally, in short, if you don't know your job as a brand ambassador, the moment you say yes to a client, you are already that person's brand ambassador, either you like it or not. Right? So I'm not going to talk about that. So I would be on Dang account because my audience are there, because most of them cannot afford the lifestyle, cannot afford the product. However, they are there. Now I'm going to draw the attention to my home page because I'm able to offer the same results or similar results that Dang is offering them at an affordable price in their own pocket size. And I'm hoping that very soon they get to see it and they get to try it so they can also see for themselves that it's not only Dang that has a product that can help them solve their skincare problem. Again, another playway method is I will be on Ife's Diaries page because naturally people who love Dang are on Ife's Diary. And I will not just go there and like, I will not just go there and comment stupidly. I'm so hey God, I beg. She's my okay. So I think stupid is seen as if it's oh God. Okay. I think stupid is an excusable word, right? Guys. I'm trying to fight my conscience here. Damn it. Oh, I said damn it again. Okay, moving on. It is well with our soul. Anyways, I think you get the gist already, Victory, and I hope everybody also get the gist. So that is the job you're going to do. That is what you're going to do, and you don't have to wait to do it after. The moment you put your post out, even if your post is being scheduled, you know that you schedule your post to go out for 8 a.m. right? So since your post is scheduled to go 8 a.m., once your post goes out, 8:05, go there and engage with those accounts. In short, the hashtags that you use. Now, I cannot tell you the exact way again, but the hashtags that you use also is meaningful to your engagement. Go and look at accounts there and there. There is also a guideline to it that will make it perfect. But I mean, I'm just going to keep it at that. Just go to your hashtags and engage with it. So, how to respond to negative comments? You remember that part where somebody asked that customer service is it part of your job? This is where another was got skill for being a customer service comes up. When somebody says you are mad at the bank office, you know what you say? You just smile or you keep quiet. Even as I stand like this, my client said, one of my clients, she's one client that I don't know. She's one client that has been difficult for someone that over caliber. I do not expect to have such experience with her. But you know those clients that are literally white. I don't know if you've worked with any foreign client before, but so it's just foreign clients. There are some very funny foreign clients. What they do is they'll tell you, "Oh, I like what you did, thank you," but they have an underlining of they don't like what you did. Maybe they have their own style and you've not involved you've not followed it, but they will never tell you at first. You just tell, "Oh, I love it, I did this," giving you good comments here and there, until one day when you maybe sit them down. And this happens in social media when it's at the end of the month or when it's time for them to renew, because most of my clients do 3 months at once. So when it's time for them to now renew that payment, you ask them, "Oh, now we are moving forward in this. Then you start hearing some rubbish like, "Guy." So the client gave a comment to say, "I respect that you be professional to even advise me." And this is where I want to tell the client that, let's get to the ring and exchange hands. You wear your gloves, I wear my gloves. Let's see who's going to stand on this ring. Because I'm going to fight your tooth out for that statement you made. And I'm able to say that because I know that I have done everything possible. But she is that client that wants things done her way. And I wish that our way was really perfect. But I mean, you're still doing your prompt on ChatGPT and you say, this does not speak like you. This does not speak like you. Yet I'm saying, you remember, I'm checking my character. I don't want to get angry. So this is a negative comment. Because I need a client. Either she's listening to me or not. I need her money, right? So what did I say to her? I said, "Oh, okay, this is noted. We would love to address this distinctly on a call. And I can't wait for us to have our next call." And you know what? I'm very, very nice with her. It's time for her to renew. by God's grace, she needs to renew in the new month coming in, and I need that to renew. So should I go and tell her that, ma, check it, Yusuf, check what you said? No. So negative comments, when you see one, there are some negative comments you will know from reading it that is bad. Belle people, delete it on your stuff, especially if those clients they post. Oh, these people, they don't come on. Victory, yeah, hold on, I can see you on. Ah, God. The posts would go out, and I mean the comment will come in, and definitely maybe this person has not interacted with you, or this person, you know, there are some people that are really, they're not okay upstairs, right? They are frustrated by Tinubu, and they'll come and lash it out on you. So long as you're able to figure out that this is not your customer, or this is not your, I mean, you just figure out the underlying part, and you should be able to delete comments. But if this person is your customer, and this is a problem that you've actually faced, and maybe you have addressed it and it not still work, and that person's like, you know what, I'm gonna spoil your name, I'm gonna come at you whatever way. Just make sure that you do your part by responding nicely. It's not, if you check any Twitter posts that those accounts maybe are influencers or viral accounts, you will see people tagging banks. You will see conversation. The conversation they are having is different, but you see banks. Oh, pay. Why? How did you take my money and you did not send it back? MTN. Why is my data not working? And this one, you know, they will drag them. How do you think that those people will respond? Mostly, those brands ignore, which is bad for them. The simplest thing you can do is that, oh, I noticed this. Please send an email or a DM to quickly address this issue. So sorry for the inconvenience. All that matters to you is that people perceive you, your brand, your business, from the interactions that you have online. And you, as a social media manager, your job is for them to look good, best, great, excellent. So you cannot try anything to jeopardize it. How much more a client that is displeased, or a customer that is displeased. So when you get is negative, go and romance their head and tell them that, so sorry for the inconvenience. In short, if you have access to the client quickly, tell the client that I want to give somebody 2%. You say, oh, because you made this complaint, let's address it. And if this is true, I'm going to give you 2% off your next order, or I'm going to do this and this, just so that you can appear nicely. Now, when the person goes ahead to go crazy, people will see the conversation and be able to tell that, you say have sense. It's not that serious. Everybody is human. And the businesswoman is trying. The businessman is trying. I hope you understand that. So you must always salvage the situation. You can't leave it like that. Okay? Dami says, he discovered that most of these social media platforms prefer people using their platform to schedule or do other stuff. There was time I used Metrico to schedule posts on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and it didn't do well. So I've been using external tools. I have not been using external. How do you use them without affecting your reach or views? Very true to this. Some of these platforms tend to act, and it is not the platform, it's Meta. It is Meta. It is Zap. Sorry, his name is not Zap. Mark Zup. That is Ed, like Transformer. Ew, Chineke. I don't have this frequency again. Help! Oh, Momo. Sorry. Anyways. So yeah, he's the one responsible for it. And that's why he's bringing as many features. You know, you can schedule on Facebook. You can schedule content on Instagram, right? That is why he's bringing as many features as possible. So you don't use the third-party features. That is why he's buying and acquiring other platforms, so that you don't get to use their, because they just want you to be on their own platform and they don't want competition. They know they have it, but you cannot be using their competition and be using them to blow. So you now say that you are posting for Metrico when you're supposed to be posting from Instagram or Facebook. You say you are engaging for Metrico and it's giving you numbers when you're supposed to be doing for Facebook and Instagram. So they do it. The moment you notice it, it means that you have to do the job. Post yourself manually. The only best thing you can do with Metrico and all of these apps, if you're experiencing this, is to use them for automations, Automation meaning that they help you to hold conversations when you are not available, right? Especially your DMs, especially if your clients have a lot of DM. Then use them for analytics. For example, I have a number of them. I do not go back to them. In short, it's even more stressful for me because for me, paying their money is too much. My business does not have that money to pay all of, and I want them to even imagine that I have someone just creating content for me, and that means I don't even need you as a social media manager as much. I just need someone to put up the content for me. When you put up the content and you upload it, or you send it to me and I upload everything, and it goes out to all the channel or the platforms I want it to go, I most likely not need many social media managers, right? So the moment you notice this, you means you should answer. Again, it is not the platform itself; it is Meta doing its thing, and they will most likely do it because I already told you. So do what you have to do to get your reach and views. If my views are not reaching my target today, despite using the right hashtag, what can I do? As in, people from other countries are the ones engaging in the content. Now, if people, then you should check your hashtag to start with. If your target audience is, because let me tell you, everything that you put out does matter and is interpreted to whatever it is that they perceive. The video you are using, you will listen. Client, I have a client where they do they train people how to do all this dermatology. What did they do? You know, those people that shoot people to do Botox and all of these things. That's what they do. Now, this brand is currently the head office, the training, everything that they've been doing is in Canada. But they're trying to penetrate into the Nigerian market. And they're trying to appeal because they're Nigerians. They're not appealing to whites, obviously. They are appealing to who? Nigerians, Africans. So imagine you now using, because most of the video content and the picture content you're going to see, that is regards to Botox. It's not Nigerians. Nigerians we have shame small. It's now that we don't even know what we have. Right? So you already see videos or pictures of a typical African doing Botox or going out through all this rubbish. You will see more of white. But the client, all of the things that is necessary there needs an African black, so that we can attract the right audience. So I'm saying that from the video or the content type you use, from the caption, in even the copy in your design, the real scripts, the caption, then the hashtag will help you determine who your or who is going to respond. Now, you know that the question to you will be, okay, these white people that are interfacing, what are they saying? How is not those ones that are dropping dummy comments? Also, if you say that they are more of whites, then you engage with with blacks and let them give you back your energy. Then finally, you get to tuning. When you go through your hashtags too, make sure that it's centered at the people that you are targeting. Again, in short, let me tell you something. The moment you are saying, send me your DM your this, in your comments, when you post, just know that your hashtag sets are wrong. Just know that majority of the hashtag sets, you need to find out that hashtag that is driving those spammy is wrong. Do you understand that? So what you need to do excellently, aside all those things I mentioned, is go through you to engage with accounts that you want, like the way I mentioned, how Dang Lifestyle and all of those things. Engage with those people. Okay? I wanted to say something and that's skipping, so hopefully I remember when I can. I see some social media managers niche down, like some niche down to fashion, beauty, Bitcoin, lifestyle. Is it advisable to niche down in SMM? What determines when or which area to niche down? I think I've answered this question. Damn, you're not here. I took a whole lot of time answering this question. So let me say this. 1, niche down. Let the spirit lead you. Number 2, make sure that when you're niching down, you're not niching down out of what's that word? Not knowing. You're niching down out of knowing, and then you're like, okay, now I'm ready to now put a structure to the path I need to follow. Don't niche down because somebody is niching down. Niching down is not for everybody. Excuse me. Niching down is not in any way for everybody, right? But again, don't niche down out of laziness. Don't niche down out of, what's that word? Being naive, right? You've not even tried it, and you're already niching down. Again, I can mention, when the first time I became a digital marketing lead for, what they used to call these people that does Bitcoin, whatever, those guys, blockchain, perfect, for blockchain industry. Somebody just said, "Oh, Mercy, I need a digital marketing manager that would lead a team, and I will need you to source some of your team for a Bitcoin." I first went to do my research, and I'm like, "What do you mean that you are changing currency?" Then it literally felt like maths to me, and I'm not even good with maths. So you're compounding my problem. But again, the money was too good for me. I told you, me, I like money. And I'm saying to you, go to where the money is. If niching down is where the money is, good for you. Work with it. The money was too good for me to leave. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna it's not that difficult. You're about to say something that have mouths, a bit that have whatever. We'll figure it out. Jesus, I will try to speak it, but I don't know it. Whatever. So I know that it's figure outable. And I went for it. Did I excel? Who? Excellence. Because we're not just doing social media, we're doing articles. We're churning out articles day in, week in and week out. Do you understand? So it means that we were ultimately researching on conversations around Bitcoin, what is happening with the currency, how the market is running, what is affecting the market, and how this guy niche down when you want to, but don't niche down out of not knowing. You've not even known what were your skills. You've not perfected it. You've not even been to the industry to know. I know yesterday I was so, I want to say I was so high, but I'm not high. I didn't even take that, but yeah. I was so, hyper. I was saying that I was mentioning death. So I'm literally just saying that make sure your bandwidth, expand it first. And then you can now choose to niche down. For example, me, I know that I can blossom in any industry. Right? Let me see one strange industry I've gone into. Law. Oh my God. Somebody came in. I can't forget this woman's face. Funny how we got to meet somehow. I don't know. Her name starts with D or starts with D, whatever. And then she was into law, and she needs somebody to represent. And I told her, you see, it is well. If you employ somebody, if you employ them, the gods that made you employ them, just trust them and wait till they fail. So literally, I just told her, you can't want to come on social media as a lawyer and come and be speaking jargons. You have to speak it in terms. That is what Apoko Doctor is doing. Apoko Doctor is a doctor. Why is he blowing? Because he's not speaking doctor terms. Even when he does, the way he's saying it, you can, a dummy can understand. Right? So that was what she wanted, and I gave her strategy about it, and we're doing back and forth and back and forth. Those ones did not allow me to shine, but I did my numbers, but they did not allow me to shine because I can't even use it on my CV. They did not allow me to shine because they're all, oh no, the law is not against it. I've checked it. Except people don't leave me in Jesus' name, amen. Right? So you niche down if you want to. Don't do it because somebody else is. Trust me, in my work, I mentioned someone. So Susan will be taking the next challenge. No, not webinar that we'll be having, and it's going to be a paid webinar. By the way, I'll talk about it. It's going to happen in 2 weeks. Also, now, what's her name? She moved from being a customer service rep in a regular store to being a social media manager, and now she's a copywriter, and she does not do anything outside copywriting. If she has social media management job, she will send it to Mercy or some of our mentees, because she has some people that, or some of our mentees, right? She will send it to them. But if you see anything that is not writing, I know copywriting, maybe not as well as, because definitely she has been practicing way consistently than I am. But again, don't niche down out of whatever, right? So you decide what is the best platform of social media to use to run ads. You will test it. If I give you my own, it might not work for you. You will test it. When it comes to ads, it's just you're literally playing a game of chance. You might work today, might not work tomorrow. Let me give you a perfect gist of it. When I was running for my campaign to reach out to many people to get people into the challenge, And then I think I put in like 30,000 naira and I ran an ad. I think that money, in short, it ran for 2 days. And I was getting inquiries, but I wasn't closing sales. No, it can't be. Then I tried it again. That same ad, because I did an ad setup. You will not know that, whatever. So I did an ad setup. So I know like I'm targeting this particular audience based on all the information that I put in. I tried another ad set. That one worked. I got 1 or 2 sales. I tried another one afterwards. I like, I need more than 2 sales. That one worked. Performed better, but not generated all the sales, because I think it gave me like 3 sales in. So I cannot tell you now that this is the platform. If any client tells me, I'll say, bring the money, let's try it out. Don't go and promise what you don't. You are not Mark. You are not the algorithm. You don't decide. You tell them, if they ask you what best platform, if it's not for you, I'm saying for you, Malomo, if it's not you tell, let's try things out. Don't go and give what you don't have. You cannot, until they try it, let them try it up. Let them, and many things determine what works safe. Because you might try the TikTok and it will work for you, but you try the wrong thing, or you're looking at the wrong, because some of you, again, come and learn this thing in training. Some of you will set up ads that you're supposed to use to do what's called profile visits. You're going to do send message because you're looking for money. Anyway, moving on. Are you saying to drop a promotional comment on a competitor's post? Victor, I don't understand. As a beginner, you have no business to niche down. Okay. Or you didn't say traders. You niche down as an expert. You niche down as an expert. I mean, I don't know what conversation you guys are having in the DM, but here I think I've answered everybody's question. So if we don't have any more questions, then we'll move on. I think I've answered everyone's question now. Victory, you raised your hand. Are you still raising your hand? Are we good?
So I put down my hands because I was thinking probably I should just hit your DM. It's actually, I think it's kind of private or something. So, but it's regarding to work anyways. So I just wanted
Okay.
to get a bit clarity. Maybe I'll just send you a message on your DM.
Big money when you're coming in. Big money, no problem.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So do you have any other question? If not, let's move on. All right. Awesome. Okay. On this note, I think I want to tell you about 2 things. One, which of course I've spoken about these things already, but this is where I now try to like blow the on. Number 1, because you're here, you're the first person getting to know this. Even people on my wait list that are not here will not get to hear this first. Obviously, I'll have to write to them in the coming week. We're going to have a challenge, a webinar. I don't know why I'm saying challenge. Sorry, because we're a challenge. We're going to have a webinar on Notion, how to use Notion. I know that so many people, even my friends, had said, Messi, when you do that Notion class, let me know. But I will not be the one to take it here. So I want you people to take a break from my voice, from my face, and all of those things. So yeah, Susan is going to be the one to take it. It's going to be a 1-day training. Now, if you do not come, and it's not free, I'm making it paid. It's not up to 5,000. I think I'm going to peg it at 1,000. I've not decided. I'm going to decide with the team, but I've not decided. But for my own church mind now is speaking. In short, in my church, I want it to be 2K, so that because I want serious people. Because you're coming there to learn practically. So it's not the one that you think, and nothing will happen after the web. It's a webinar. So webinar is the webinar. If you don't come on the webinar date, or you're not coming on time, or something, you're only going to get access to the recording, and that's the best you can. And there's not going to be follow-up. Like people even ask me for this challenge. You want to collect certificates on 5,000 challenge. Have mercy. You people sometimes put yourself in the shoes of the person that is. I don't know how to answer that question. By the way, customer service had to work for them. When somebody asked me, is there going to be a certificate? In my church mind, I wanted to explode. I was just like, well, it's a question. It's not so I'm so sorry. We're not going to have certificates to 5K challenge. And it's a challenge. It's not even moving on, guys. So the Notion class webinar is going to happen, and it's not going to be free. right? But it's going to be way lesser than 5,000. That I'm very sure of. And yeah, it's just, again, it's a live, so you just come and see how it works on your phone. Come and see how you can use that as a social media manager, literally, and then it's going to be about that. I think that's really just simple and straightforward. But the current one that is not really straightforward and is quite pricey, depending on what situation is the training itself. Obviously, you know that I mentioned 1,001 time that this challenge is just like a tiny bite, and I mean a tiny bite of the training itself. I've mentioned that the training is highly targeted at people who have zero knowledge of the foundational skills and information and what about or becoming a successful social media manager. And that's why it is SMM Success School. Social media management is success school for what? Social media managers, right? So that is what you are going to learn in the training. So you're going to learn every aspect possible. There's video editing, there's art. Some of you must have seen my flyers, especially those of you that are on my contact. And then if you're on Instagram, if you visited our Instagram recently, you must have seen the flyer go up. And why is the flyer even going up now? It's going up because of you guys. It's literally going up because of you guys, because the price for the training, by the way, the training is 3 months. Okay, it's 3 months. So the price of the training is actually 80,000 naira. But because you are on this challenge, those that are on wait list, in short, 2 people are paid. I mentioned yesterday that somebody paid. Somebody already completed their payments this evening. I was in church when I saw that notification. Mark, can I complete? I did not even bother to wait for pastor. I just sent message immediately. Yes, my dear, complete it. Complete the payment. Now, the early bird is for really early bird people. And on all normal circumstances, it is ending tomorrow, the 30th. That is at 60,000 naira. I know what's funny about that 60,000 naira. You have 1 month to pay. So it means that you can book a slot now with 30,000 naira. And by the end of the month, you can pay off the remaining 30,000 naira to seal the deal, and then you're good to go. Right? But because you are here, and this is the challenge, and the challenge is still going to end on Tuesday. So I am giving 1 week grace to everyone on the challenge who is interested in the training to pay 60,000 naira for the early bird price. Now, I am even giving this 1 week grace, and if you check, I'm going to drop the link later on. Maybe, yeah, next week. I'm resting in Jesus' name, amen. So by next week, by tomorrow, I'll drop the link and all the information necessary. So you're not going to see, if you go to the website, you're not going to see 60,000 naira. What you're going to see is 80,000 naira, because as far as I'm concerned, any bed has closed. This is July. From July, between July and August 1, it starts August 1. The training starts August 1. So between July and August, wait, yes, I'm right. This is June that is ending. So yeah, between July and August, everybody that wants to come will happily, gladly, excitedly, in anticipation, pay 80,000 naira. And a good thing also is that they can split the money. So they can choose to pay 30,000 naira as well, you know, whenever. And then before the training starts, they must complete their money, right? But for you, I'm going to give 1 week grace. If you want, okay, I don't have all the 60,000 naira now. That is where you get to pay 30,000 naira, and in a month time, you're expected to complete the remaining 30,000 naira. Outside that 1 week grace, wait till make you no do transfer 30,000 naira or pay the 60,000 naira once. By the time you come after 1 week, check my eyes very well. It's red. No mercy. I'm not going to extend it. You're going to pay 80,000 naira. Now, the good thing about this training, aside the fact that, of course, you get to learn everything and anything that has to make you become a successful social media manager, is that for people, there's a criteria around it. Who meets up the certain criteria that will be communicated, would have the grace to intern. And with internship, you get a data stipend. You're not going to get paid. Let's also know the difference between English and English. A data stipend, that is, you will get a token as something that would at least cover up for the number of data that you would use during the training period or during your internship. Okay. And then you have access to, I think, Canva Pro. CapCut Pro is no longer, CapCut is no longer funny. So I took it off the reader. Before I used to give Canva Pro access, 1 year Canva Pro access, CapCut Pro, and no, not again. Not again. Everywhere is red like this. It's not everywhere is red. Tinubu is working, but everywhere is red. So yeah. So you get to have access to some tools and literally just get your first hand training. If it's your first hand training, you get your first hand training and you get, direct mentorship, direct guidance, and you work on real life projects. If you mess up, I'm gonna find you to your house, but you're not gonna mess up. Number one, you've already done the training. Number two, my eyes are on you like magnets. Do you get it? And if you mess up, we flog you today, tomorrow we smile and you do right by yourself and by the company. Okay, so yeah, the internship is attached to it. Again, there's so many things. I'm going to send it, but in short, I'm just going to send you the link. I don't like plenty talk. I'll send you the link for you to go through everything that we learn. And the flyer also have all of this information. Like I mentioned, the little bites that you got in the challenge, you're going to get the full bites, and everything possible when it comes to the training and more. So yeah, I think that is it. I already expect that. When can I start paying? You can start paying today. I'm back. Is my network back with you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. My network got disconnected for a minute.
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Yes, thank you. So I have said all of these things. I'm going to send messages, WhatsApp. I'm going to reach out via WhatsApp directly. I'm going to also talk about it in the group. And definitely, you'll be getting lots of emails as regards all of these two things I've said. But the most important thing, or rather, the one that comes first is the challenge, the webinar on Notion. It's going to come in 2-3 weeks. I think I'm looking July 11, maybe second Friday in July. Yeah, because I want that one to be off and I'm done with it. Right, I want that one to be off. Then we now move on to the training, which is going to happen in August. Somebody said that August is far. I said, okay, well, you know, here, was it not here that all of us had when we said Happy New Month? We're in May. Now this is June. We're in July. When you close your eyes and open it, the salary that you received yesterday will finish tomorrow. And before you know it again, you wait because you are waiting that there's no money. By August, it will be here. And then you now feel like, oh, wasn't it last year? Wasn't it yesterday we said Happy New Month? It will surprise you and it will shock all of us all together. So I'm literally just saying that this is only breather you get. You just have 1 month, right, to breathe. Before you know it, August is there and we're back. And guess what? You're not going to rest. The only people that rest are people that don't value their money. We have some rich kids. Let me give you a practical example. I had someone, she paid for the training. He never till dates. I don't want to mention her name. Till dates, that yellow purple girl, she did not respond to anything. She did not do class, assignment, live session. She will go, but she be like NEPA. No, I'm like, no, yeah, NEPA, because IKDC now, they're having sense. She be like NEPA, she'll just come flash. And I'll be like, oh my dear, thank you so much for coming. I just want that you come today, I must kill meat. Before I decide to kill the meat, before I even know how much the meat is in the market, it has gone. Again, I like money, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. If I did not do my job, I'll be feeling guilty. I took these people's money. They'll take me for a fraud. But I did my job. She wasn't just there to get. So if you're part of those rich kids, I love you. In short, it's because of you that I'm here. It is because of you that I am here. So give me your money. I'll give you access to the training. You have access to everything that you need to have access to. You can choose to disappear if you want. God is going to help us. The most important thing is that you should give me your money. Amen. If you don't have any question, this is a very, very nice time for us to say good night to one another before we go. We have one assignment that I must not forget. I literally kept it open. This one, I am pleading. I'm not even doing shakara. No, no, no. I cannot raise my voice. I'm going to drop a link to the YouTube. I need you to please, please click on it and subscribe. Please click on it and subscribe. I want us to increase our subscribers list because ultimately we're planning to start dropping new content and we want it to reach people easily. And if you're part of our numbers, it makes it easier for us to get more reach. So please, 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 please click the link in the chat box right now. Just click on subscribe. If you want to do more, like one video that you see that is there and enjoy. Right? And if you're not already following us on Instagram, why? Why are you stingy? Why? It's not good. It's not good at all, at all, at all. Follow us on Instagram. For now, please go on YouTube and subscribe to this channel. Let me see that the numbers are increased. By this time, if you have questions, I expect you to either raise your hand or drop a comment. And if not, then we're really, really done for today. We're really, really done for today. And tomorrow is day 4. Tomorrow is day 4. We are almost there, people. Quarter to make it. Quarter to make it. This is quarter to make it, literally. Yeah. So if you don't have questions, let me stop recording so that people who are going to watch the replay would not have to listen to all the long talk. Okay, stop recording.